Someone go with him. I don't know where he shot at. Who's that chest wound seal? I need it from the back right now. You got to stand by him, so someone watch him. Guys, chest seal. Now we're looking for it, buddy. We're looking for it. Can we get calls? Get called out.
Here's Gauze.
Up this way.
Here's
Upstairs.
Gauze.
I need chest seal on her and help
Wound seal.
right now. Just stay right there. Stay right there. There's another one behind me. Open this up the longer. Yeah, I can't do anything with this right now. Go. Can't do anything with this right now. Someone check the pulse of the guy behind me. Yeah. He's breathing, so. We got one guy up here, gunshot wound, one female, multiple stab wounds. Okay. Can someone do this for me? I got one hand kind of tied up now. Up this way. He's in the bathroom, up here. Where you at, chest seal? On her neck. Multiple stab wounds on her neck. You ready? Let's do that. Come on, ready? Go for it. We missed one. Chest seal. Get another one. Give us one. There's another half. Ready? Good work. Yeah, hold it down. Okay. Sit in the top. Sit in the top. Sit in the top.
You need another chest seal?
Yeah, whatever we have. Hey, get another. Hey, LT, get more blowout kits. LT, we need more blowout kits. No chest seals you can get.
My brother.
This one we have.
How
many? We need you guys in here. I don't know.
Is he shot in the head too?
No, shot in the chest.
That's a lot of blood. Looks like it's probably from a lot.
They're looking for K9 or a healer at this point. K9 10. Yeah, it's right there.
No, it's securing firearm.
Just leave it. Where is it? Alright. Tank. Yep. Since we got this kind of waiting for medics, can you talk with him? Shoot him.
Medics expediting, or where are they at?
I can feel him. Guys, breathing. Hey, you have a pulse on him?
No.
No pulse on him. CPR on. Go ahead. Multiple stab wounds. CPR on him. Yeah. If you don't have anything, start going.
All right, we got medics.
Who's most viable? You guys know.
She is. All right. Multiple stab wounds to the back.
James,
Where is he?
to the right we have a pulse, multiple stab wounds. To the left, either the CPR or the gunshot wound.
Okay. All right. Who's still breathing? We have rare. Multiple stab wounds to the
This is
neck.
bombs.
Don't know if we actually have it. Don't know if it's one on the side. Okay. So she's still breathing. Right there. We can feel blood moving. You can stop doing CPR. Yeah, we're gonna get her. He's gonna be away over there. Yeah, this. She's breathing over here. She's breathing. That's why we're Zach, grab him. Take him downstairs. You can't feel the hard to feel. Are you hurt? Stand by. Sorry. There's no pulse. No, there's no pulse. What do we need? I think that guy's gonna definitely be away from this shot. I mean, we can. I think that's maybe obvious over there. Here. What do you want to do? Do you want to grab that and go? We're done. No, this is. She's done. All right, that's fine. You want to get a rhythm on that? Yeah. It's right there behind. I got one right here. Have it? Okay. All right. Where is he?
Yeah.
Grab the guy out there. Get him down. Don't worry about it.
All right. Wait, is that not bombers? I don't know.
This is not bombers. It might be his.
There was two on the bed when I came in. Okay.
Okay, this one's got blood on it.
All right.
So stay with him. He might have, I'm not sure if he shot the guy to stop him.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm gonna wait till they're done getting her out of the way before I am willing to walk over.
You don't know that guy at all? I don't know. Yeah. Where's the gun currently? We have two firearms right here. Leave them right where they are. That's where we found them.
We moved them away.
All right, that's fine.
They were on the right hand.
Where you want? Hey Sarge, do you want us to escort him outside? Stay with. Okay. So okay. I'm not sure. We're not working. But let's get him out. So once they get all right. All right. Move room, go. Yeah. All right. Downstairs. Hey. All right. We're gonna move him. Very close to that. Escort him down.
Don't touch anything.
Got a knife here.
Yeah.
Is there kids down there?
Zach?
The kids are out of the way.
The kids are outside. We're gonna clear the rest of the house.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just got one when they go.
Monitor, we'll go with it, that's fine. Zach, stay here. You're with me. We'll get you to the
I'm escorting him down.
He's gonna stay. We're gonna make sure no one else is hurt in the house.
Okay, all right. We're gonna get husband downstairs. All right.
Just for the record, we'll admit that under seal is Commonwealth's score. Understood. Let's talk about what we just saw. When you entered the house, we saw one officer ahead of you. Were the two of you the first two officers to enter the house?
Yes.
And when you came upstairs to the bedroom, did you see any unsecured firearms in the room?
Yes.
Can you tell us how many?
2.
And can you describe the unsecured firearms that were in that room? Did you note anything about either one of them?
One had a flashlight on it and the other one did not.
Okay. Did you handle either of the unsecured firearms?
The one with the flashlight on it, I handled that one.
And what did you do with it?
I moved it twice. The first time I moved it just from the corner of the bed to in front of me. And then the second time I moved it to the other side of the bed near the other firearm.
And did you note anything about that firearm when you were handling it?
There was blood on it.
And Judge, at this time, I'm going to show Commonwealth's Exhibit 5 and ask that, and it's going to be a still photo, just to witness and counsel. Okay. It's not the greatest picture, but. Is this the firearm that you handled?
Yes.
And is this the position that it was in when you entered the room?
Yes.
Can you describe the position, what we're looking at here?
The gun is in the bottom right corner of the bed. It's pointing towards whatever's kind of behind me.
And when you're talking about the bottom right corner of the bed, are you standing at the foot of the bed facing the headboard, or are
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yes.
Judge, I'd ask to admit this as Commonwealth's Exhibit 5.
Any objection?
If we could publish that to the jury.
In the gallery.
Got it. And when you handled this firearm, did you have gloves on when you handled the firearm on February 24th?
Yes.
And when you left the bedroom, where had those two firearms come to rest, this one and the other one?
On the left side of the bed. If I'm facing the headboard, that's where the last place I saw them at.
Okay. And then when you, the rest of your morning, when you left the bedroom, who was with you?
When I left the bedroom, I was with Officer Beckner. Believe there's another officer walking down the stairs with us and Mr. Banfield.
And where did you go?
We walked outside and then we took Mr. Banfield to an ambulance.
And when you got to the ambulance, what, if anything, did you take from him?
A jacket that he was wearing.
And what did you do with that jacket?
I held on to the jacket and then Detective Falk, who's a crime scene detective, showed up and then I transferred custody of the jacket to him.
And I'm sorry, you said Detective Falk?
Falk,
Is that OJ Falk?
yes.
After you left the defendant's company that day, did you remain at the scene? Did you go back into service? What was the rest of your morning like?
We remained at the scene for a while outside, didn't go back inside the house, left the scene for a bit to do other things. And then I ended up coming back to the scene and stayed there until the end of my shift, just on the outside of the house.
I don't have any more questions for you. Mr. Carroll may have some questions.
Cross-examination.
Good morning, Officer Hugh.
Good morning.
Were you right after Officer Gibbons as an arrival on the scene?
When I walked into the house, Officer Baumler was the one in front of me.
Officer Baumler?
Yes.
But Officer Gibbons was in front of him, is that correct?
No.
When was Officer Gibbons there?
He would have walked in behind me at some point. I don't remember when.
Okay.
Eventually, there was like a stack of us that all went in. I don't
Right.
remember the exact lineup.
And I understand, but Officer Gibbons was the one who was in the bathroom with my client, correct?
Yes,
So when you saw, when you walked in, you observed my client rendering aid to his wife, is that right?
I don't recall what I saw when I first turned into the room. I know he was in the room. I don't remember the positioning though.
Okay. Do you recall Officer Beckner arriving?
I remember Officer Beckner coming in the room.
Okay. And were you present when Officer Beckner started, getting chest seals and chest compressions and things like that all of you were doing?
Yes,
Okay. And did you observe, according to Officer Beckner, a panic attack on my client's part?
I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't say a panic attack. I would say I witnessed his behavior.
Okay.
I don't know how you exactly would define a panic attack. I didn't think of it. I didn't think it was anything super.
His words, not mine.
Yeah.
You observed, but you observed my client, correct?
I did.
And around that same time, Officer Beckner reports that some firefighter was kicking items on the ground. Let me see. Kicking the blankets near Joe Ryan, and he was advised to stop by Officer Beckner. Do you recall that?
I was told about what a firefighter did after, but I never really witnessed that in the moment.
And I understand, I mean, it's a fast evolving situation, but that's what I wanted to find out is if you had recollection of it, but you were told thereafter?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you arrived on scene, Christine Banfield was breathing, correct?
I never touched her, so I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Were you aware based on what people were saying regarding her condition?
Listening to the body camera footage after, yes. It sounds like someone was saying that there might have been breathing or there was breathing, but
Okay.
I don't have direct knowledge.
But the firefighters ended up connecting her and actually found a pulse, right?
That I don't know. I know they found something, but I know there's like electrical readings I've had on other scenes.
Was that not what we just watched on that they actually connected her up to whatever device the one firefighter was saying?
They did connect her to something. I don't know what, I'm not versed in what machine they would have connected her.
Okay, and I'm not asking you to be an expert on this. I'm just asking you as the person on the scene what you observed.
Yes, the firefighters worked on her.
Okay, they were tending to her.
Yes,
Okay, that's probably the best way to say
Yeah.
it without knowing what exactly they did.
yes.
And then while you were there, or at least that's what your body camera video shows, they secured her and they brought her out of the house, correct?
Yes.
And then, I'm sorry, I thought somebody was saying something. And then after she was secured and out of the house is when, how long after that was it when you and Officer Beckner and my client all walked out?
I'd say pretty shortly after, I would guess a minute tops.
Okay. Now, in terms of I guess that's the exhibit number 5, and I just keep pointing over here because that's where I saw it, but it's not there. That was a screenshot from the body-worn camera, is that right?
Correct. The picture of the gun they showed.
Do you want to show them the picture again?
Yeah, I can't judge. I
You have
better,
to get it back on the screen.
I don't want to mess your,
Okay.
do you see that?
Yes,
And is this your body-worn camera?
yes.
Okay. And did you take any actions to prepare this screenshot?
No.
Okay. Now, do you know where this gun was before it was sitting at that situation that's shown in the picture?
No.
Okay. And I think you said after that, it was moved to the left side of the bed, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall who did that?
I moved it.
You moved it, okay. And then if I understand your testimony correctly, you then got involved in the scene and then you ended up escorting my client out, and that was the last that you were in this room?
Yes.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
I don't have any reader. Is this witness subject to recall?
I don't think so.
Is he subject to recall? All right, sir, since you are subject to recall, you cannot discuss this case with anybody and you cannot look at anything from this case, okay? You're still a witness, so the rule witness is still on you at this time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You are free to go today. If they need you, they will contact you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, do you have a short witness or is this a good time for a morning break?
Judges, is probably a good time for a break.
For a break?
Next witness is going to be a smidge longer than the first.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take our morning recess for 15 minutes, okay? So we'll put you back in the jury room. Just remember, do not discuss the case with anyone, to include yourselves, and don't do any outside research in that 15 minutes, okay? So we'll come back then at 11:30, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're rocking with the best.
I'm sorry, y'all. Damn, I'm sitting here talking the whole time. I ain't even bring myself on stage. Oh, God. So, this is the murder trial. We got in Fairfax County, my hometown, my home state, for murdering his wife and another man. don't know who he is, but I remember this took place back in 2023. This was a major coverage in my area. And this is at the Fairfax County Courthouse. All too familiar with that courthouse, circuit court. Detective J. Falk, I do remember him. I do know him. I have encounters with him before when he was a police officer. So this is a murder trial, and the reason why I'm covering it today, because number one, it was a high profile crime. There's a lot of media in that courtroom. Actually, last time I was at the courthouse paying my probation restitution, he had court that day, and the media was everywhere out there. So I remember this case. But he's going to have a hell of a lawyer. The Fairfax County, the Commonwealth of Virginia, they're just like the feds. They got like a 98% conviction rate. It's going to be extremely difficult for him to get out of this. And it's going to be interesting due to his mistress, the inconsistent statements that she's made. Now, in the beginning, his demeanor when he called the police, you never know how the jury is going to look at that. It's 12 jurors, 4 alternates. And one of the key things that I want you to highlight here is I want you to pay attention to whenever there's an objection, pay attention to the admission of the evidence, pay attention to the questions being asked, pay attention to how these attorneys are maneuvering court. The Commonwealth attorney and the defense attorney, they're going to be in a legal warfare. They're going to be slugging it out. This is day one. So day one of trial, it's always going to look bad for the defendant. It's always the worst time, because this is when the government or the county or the Commonwealth, they're calling all their witnesses. They're laying their foundation. They're laying their foundation for their case. So interviews, interrogations, they're going to clip them up on these certain clips to paint the narrative. Now with the defense attorney, when he goes on cross-examination, he is going to be laying his foundation for his case, and he's going to be doing his crosses to help establish his foundation. Once the Commonwealth rests, then the defense puts on their case. But in the beginning, it always looks bad for the defendant because you only hear one side. So this is day one in trial. Depending on their witness, and I really want to see what that lady on your screen has to say. I really want to see what she has to say, because I've been following the case. She's been making, inconsistent statements. So I really want to see how this plays out, because it appears that their case is going to rest on her testimony. If she admits to the affairs, if she admits that they plotted and planned, most definitely that man is going to get found guilty. I will be highly surprised. But this is a big time case. I believe this guy is somewhat of importance due to all the media coverage. They lived in a very nice house in a nice affluent area. So I want y'all to pay attention to the legal strategies, the legal warfare. Even though this is a criminal case, the legalities, all the other things are going to come into play with the how to maneuver in court. And there's no better, even though it's civil, what we deal with, all the elements are the same. All the procedures are a little different in criminal than civil, but you get the gist of the maneuvering, the timely objections, getting things on the record, striking evidence, the admission of evidence. All of these are going to be following the rules procedure. So keep the rules and procedure in mind when watching this. And this is a very serious case, and it looks like it does. Let me find out what lawyer does he have. It looks like he may have Greenspan. Greenspan. Looks like he might have Alan Greenspan. That's what it looks like. Because if he has I'm pretty sure he's probably paid so it's a Brazilian au pair charged with murdering a man in Virginia employer's home. And the murder was, all right, so let me do this. All right. On Respected Tuesday, Brazilian au pair, and this is at Herndon. This is out Herndon. This is like near Centerville, Herndon. These are most definitely about $900 million homes in this neighborhood, in this section of Fairfax County. Fairfax County is it's definitely in the top 10 of richest counties in the nation. Most definitely in the top 10. Most definitely in the top 10. I think like top 5 richest counties in the nation. Fairfax County, Virginia. So when you look at this, very beautiful homes. Opening statements Tuesday in the trial of Brendan Banfield, a former IRS special agent. That's what it was. That's why. Who was accused of orchestrating a grisly double murder to conceal an affair with his family's au pair. Banfield's charged with aggravated murder in the February 2023 killings of Christine Banfield and Joseph Ryan at the Banfield's home in Herndon, Virginia. But since we're so close to D.C., Northern Virginia is considered the suburbs of D.C. So, according to court reports, then Banfield, then 22-year-old Brazilian au pair, Juliana Perez, was present when his wife and Ryan were killed in the home's primary bedroom. At the time, the au pair told investigators they had discovered Ryan, a stranger, stabbing Banfield's wife and had both opened fire to stop the intruder. Prosecutors, however, allege a more calculated plot. They say that Banfield and her lured Ryan to the house and staged the scene to make the homicides appear like an act of self-defense. Prosecutors have said that Banfield was impersonating his wife, Christine, in an online account on a fetish website. Prosecutors said that husband lured Ryan to the couple's Herndon area home as part of his plot to kill his wife. God damn. In a theory, in search of facts rather than a series of supportive facts, John Carroll, he has a good lawyer. You said, yeah, John Carroll, yeah, I've heard of him. When police responded to 911 call in February 2023, they found Christine with stab wounds to the neck and Ryan with a fatal gunshot wound in the upstairs bedroom of the home. Authorities took Christine to the hospital, where she later is pronounced dead. Fairfax County Department Chief said officials recovered a knife and 2 guns from the scene. So allegedly used an account to lure a man to their home. That's their home. Like I said, Herndon, these are easy $900 million homes in this area. Easy. Affluent area, some of the best schools in that area, best access to health is in that area. Way better quality of life in that area. So, and he's an ex-IRS special agent. If convicted, faces life in prison. Trial expected to last 4 weeks. Court session begin at 10 a.m. each day and run Monday through Friday, according to court administrators. So they'll probably stop court today between 4 and 5 and rest for the day. And then tomorrow, they will resume the government. They'll resume the government case. I fully expect the government to be on trial. I mean, the government to probably going to hear about, I'm just guessing, probably about 2 weeks of testimonies. So you have a comment here that says, Derek Chick said, Brandon Barfield is a monster. Christine's last words to husband Brandon as he stabbed her repeatedly in the neck to stop. I'm going to die anyway. I'm bleeding to death. Good gracious. Good God Almighty. Wow. A special agent. An IRS special agent. Let's get to it. I gotta fix your audio, NBC. It's not on our end. It's on their end. And it's on their end. They'll fix it in a second. Hold on. Somebody let them know. Now NBC4 have a connection issues. Audio is not on our end. Let me check me. Turn me up a little bit more. They should get it resumed in a second. I have no idea. What's going on? Yeah, they trying to get it together. That's what it looks like. Brandon Barfield. Oh, he a special agent. All right. Well, was. Come on, NBC. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Hold on, let me see if I can. I guess they ain't start yet. I guess they did not start yet. But nevertheless, when they start, we will be here to cover it. Okay, so there they go here.
With Fairfax County?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you on duty that day?
I was.
Were you in uniform and displaying your badge of authority?
I was.
And is your department issued uniform equipped with body-worn camera?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you describe how your body-worn camera works for us?
You double tap the center button and it comes on, or it can be activated by lights and sirens.
And at the end of the day, what, if anything, do you do with your body-worn camera?
We dock them so that they can be uploaded.
And was your body worn camera working on February 24th, 2023?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
And I'm going to draw your attention, Officer Beckner, to the morning hours on that date. Did you respond to a call for service?
I did.
And where did you respond?
I believe it was off Sablebrook Way. I don't remember the exact address. It was in area 520.
The volume is low, I know.
And is that a location within Fairfax County?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Were other officers on scene when you arrived?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how many other officers had entered the house before you that day?
I believe 3 or 4.
And did you yourself go into the house?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were in the house, did you see anyone inside that you recognized in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you point that person out and describe an
Yeah, it's just a little low, so we have to just turn it up on y'all end.
and color of hair?
Brown or black?
Judge, I'd ask the court that ask the court recognize that the officer has identified the defendant.
The record will so reflect.
I'm going to show you an exhibit that's been marked as Commonwealth's Exhibit 6. That's been marked as Commonwealth's Exhibit 6. And I'm going to ask Madam Clerk that this is displayed to the witness and to counsel and to the judge at this point only. The witness and to counsel and to the judge at this point. Do you recognize this? Can you see it?
No, ma'am. There's
Oh,
nothing to
okay.
go up.
Sorry. I see. Okay.
I mean, all the connections are good. No. Still no.
You'd see it on the screen in front of you.
Yeah.
Yo, they messing up. They got a few moments unless I'm gonna find another broadcast. Come on, y'all. All right, let me find another one. They're having too much technical difficulties. Let's see here. There we go.
All right. Now can you see
Yes, ma'am.
on your screen? Okay.
That's better.
And do you recognize what's on your screen?
I do, ma'am. It's my body cam from that day.
Okay. And the video, have you had a chance to review this before today?
Yes, ma'am.
And is what you reviewed a fair and accurate depiction of what you initially did and saw that morning in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Judge, what I'm going to ask the court to do is seal this, ask the court to admit it as Commonwealth 6, publish it to the jury and the jury only, and I'm going to ask the court to seal this.
All right, any objection to 6? All right, 6 in evidence under seal. Okay, thank you, Mr. Carroll.
Now, as I'm playing this, I am going to stop it in places so that we can talk about what it is that we're seeing.
Anybody else downstairs?
Where's the shop person? Who else? Just us?
All right, hold down, somebody hold down.
Okay, here, where are you in the house?
I'm at the bottom of the stairs leading to the second story.
And what do you note about that door that is in front of you, or what did you note about that door?
That it was open and had an exterior lock.
And did you see a light on inside of the door?
No, ma'am.
They're saying one of the patients is outside now.
So somebody's outside. In the back? Anybody else outside? Who else is outside? Anybody over here? Ma'am, stay here, ma'am. Hey, stay right here. Who is the shooter? Who shot who?
I got a blowout kit if you need it.
Bring it up.
Is there anyone else in the house? Any kids in the house?
Those guns. Ma'am, I need you outside now.
Here, how many unsecured firearms did you note as when you came in?
2.
And I'm going to keep going.
What do you need?
Get medics in there now.
Scene's cold to medics.
He grabbed my arm. Who did? He grabbed my arm when I just heard that coming. Okay. Someone get it. Someone go with him. I don't know where he shot at.
Who's that chest wound seal?
I need it from the back here now. You got stabbed by him, so someone watch him. Guys, chest seal. Now.
We're looking for it, buddy. We're looking for it. Get Gauze out.
Up this way.
Upstairs. Hey, chest seal on her, and I'm going to put it right now.
Just stay right there. Stay right there. There's another one behind me.
Hey, open this up for Balmer.
Yeah.
I got the other one for him. Okay, go.
Someone check the pulse for the guy behind me.
Yeah.
He's breathing, so.
We got one guy up here, gunshot wound, one female, small.
Here, did you notice the knife as you moved over to where Joe was laying?
I noticed it first whenever I was checking for a pulse on him.
Can someone do this for me?
I don't have anything.
Was that you saying, I don't have anything?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you mean when you said that?
I was checking for a pulse on the decedent there.
And is that at the point when you noticed the knife?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were checking for his pulse, what part of his body were you checking?
His neck.
Up this way.
And then the officer that we just saw step on the knife, who was that?
Officer Sefiani.
He's in the bathroom, up here.
I don't have a pulse on him.
When you said, I don't have a pulse on him right there, the second time, who were you saying that to?
The other officers there to my left, particularly Officer Sefiani.
And the view that you have of the bed at this point, do you know at this point where the unsecured firearms that you saw when you entered the room?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us where they are?
They're both laying there at the foot of the bed, basically in the same position as whenever we saw them first on my body cam.
I don't have a pulse on him.
Where's the gunshot wound?
I'm not entirely certain, sir.
Let's check.
The officer here who, that is moving Joe's hands, who is that officer?
It's Officer Safiani.
And had anyone moved Joe's hands that you saw before Officer Safiani moved them?
No, ma'am.
Chest. Okay. Hold this down. Let's work on her, okay? Sit in the top. Sit in the top. Sit in the top.
You need another chest here?
Yeah, whatever you have. Hey, get another ALT, get more blowout kits.
Carbide Bravo, Preston County.
You shot in the head?
Oh,
No,
no.
shot in the chest.
It's a lot of blood. It looks like it's probably from a lung.
No need for K9 or helo at this point. K9 10.
I don't even know what to do.
Firearm. Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it where it is. All right. Okay. Yep. Since we got this kind of wait for medics, can you talk with him?
I don't have a pulse.
When you said that time that he did not have a pulse, what did you mean?
I was checking again to confirm that I still do not have a pulse on him, ma'am.
So is that 3 times that you took a pulse?
I believe so, at least.
And that last time, were you also checking his neck?
Yes, ma'am.
Medics expediting, or where are they at?
Guys, hey, do a pulse on him.
No, not at all. What do you need?
Multiple stab wounds on her. Go ahead and start going. Who's most liable to get that? She is. All right. Multiple stab wounds to the neck. Where is he? To the right, we have a pulse. Multiple stab wounds to the left. You do the CPR with gunshot. All right. Are we still breathing? We have right here. Multiple stab wounds to the neck. Don't know if it's one on one side. Okay. So she's still breathing. We can feel blood moving. We can see her. You can stop him if he's gone. Yeah, we're gonna get her. He's gonna be way over there. Yeah, this. Is she breathing over here?
Where are the unsecured firearms in the room at this point?
They've been moved onto the opposite side of the bed from me.
And is that where they were when you left the room, if you recall?
Yes, ma'am, to the best of my knowledge.
Jack, grab him, take him downstairs. You can't feel the pulse. It's hard to feel. Stand by. Sorry. Nope, there's no pulse. Listen, what do we need? I think that guy's gonna be definitely DOA. I mean, we can. I think that's maybe obvious over there.
Oh.
What do you want to do? You want to grab that and go?
This is his house, that's his wife. Don't know who this is.
All right, that's fine. You want to get a rhythm on that? Yeah. You want to, I got the monitor. It's right there behind you. You have it? Okay. Where is he? Grab the guy over there. Get it down. This is not bombers.
There was 2 on the bed when I came in.
Okay, this one's got blood on it. So stay with him. See why I'm not sure. He doesn't know.
I'm gonna wait.
You don't know that guy? Yeah. Trying to figure out where's the gun currently?
On the bed.
Firearms right here. Leave them right where they are. If that's where we found them.
We moved them away.
All right, that's not.
They were on the bed though. We have a knife right there. Yeah.
Hey Sarge, what's up? You want us to escort him outside? Yeah, right now they're working, so we're just gonna be. So, hey, I'm not sure. We're not working. No. Well, let's get him out. So once they. All right. Is he gonna be okay? Move her and go? Yeah. All right. Hey, we're gonna move you.
Got a knife here.
Yeah.
Is there kids down there? Zach? Kids around the way. Kids are outside. We're gonna clear the rest of the house.
Okay. Someone's gotta go with them. You guys want me to go with them?
If you want to go with it, that's fine. Zach, stay here.
All right.
You're with me when we check the rest of the house. What are we doing here? He's just here. We're gonna make sure no one else is hurt in the house. Okay, all right. We're gonna get something down there.
Okay. How long did you stay in that bedroom after Christine Banfield was removed from the bedroom?
A couple of minutes at the most.
And where did you go when you left the bedroom?
Outside,
And who was with you?
Officer Hugh and Mr. Banfield.
And where did you go with them?
Initially, we walked outside, allowed the first ambulance to leave, and then Mr. Banfield was taken into a second ambulance.
And what was the purpose of taking him to the ambulance?
Just to check on him, make sure that he didn't sustain any injuries that we weren't aware of.
And did he receive a medical evaluation while he was in the ambulance?
The medics did check him out. Again, look for any injuries or anything that we might have missed initially.
And what, if anything, did you do while you were with him in the ambulance?
I searched Mr. Banfield.
Okay. I'm going to show you Commonwealth's 9A, and I'm going to ask that it be displayed only to the witness and to counsel. Do you recognize these items depicted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you recognize them?
They were some of the items that I collected from Mr. Banfield.
And can you describe what they are?
It's 2 handgun magazines, a set of handcuffs, and a watch.
And do they appear in this photo in the same or similar condition to what you saw them in on February 24th, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, at this point in time, I'm going to ask to admit Commonwealth's 9A, and this can be,
Sorry. No objection and published?
it can be published
Yeah.
to the jury.
All right.
When you receive these items, what'd you do with them?
I placed them in a bio bag, is what we call it. It's a plastic bag from the paramedics.
And who'd you give them to after you packaged them?
I relinquished them to the detectives that arrived at the hospital.
Did you take anything else from him during this search?
Yes, ma'am. 2 cell phones as well as his jacket.
And the jacket, did that just pass through your hands to Officer Hugh?
Correct.
Did the defendant make any statements in the ambulance about the firearms that you had noted in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he say?
He claimed ownership of them.
Did he distinguish between the two of them in any way?
Yes, ma'am.
And how was that?
He said the one firearm was his duty weapon, essentially, and the other, the Glock 43X, is his personal weapon.
Okay. And the duty weapon, was there anything that he noted about the duty weapon to distinguish it?
It had a flashlight on it. TLR, I don't remember the exact model number.
Did he have blood on his hands when he was in the ambulance?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you go next with the defendant?
When we were in the ambulance, it transported us to Reston Hospital.
And when you arrived at the hospital, did he still have blood on his hands when you escorted him into the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he handcuffed when you escorted him into the hospital?
No, ma'am.
Was he handcuffed at any point that morning?
No, ma'am.
Did the defendant make any statements about his daughter while you were with him in the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say?
I believe he said something about her being 4 years old.
And what, if anything, did you see him do while you were in the hospital room with him?
He washed his hands.
And before he washed his hands, had anyone swabbed his hands to preserve samples of blood that were on his hands?
No, ma'am.
Why'd you let him wash his hands?
I felt bad for him blowing his nose and wiping his face with his bloody hand.
And what, if anything, did you do next?
I assisted with anything the detectives needed on scene, and then went back to maintain scene security for the residents.
I am going to show you a few still pictures that are Commonwealth 7, 8, and 9. And if I could have them displayed just to the witness
Could we
and,
make it 9B since you have a 9A?
oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I meant for them to be, yes, it can be 9B, but I had them as 9 and then 9A, and I just took 9A first, but that's fine.
Okay. I
Yes,
got you. All right,
yep.
so 9 will have,
Yep.
that's fine. Thank you.
So this picture is Commonwealth 7. I'm going to show you Commonwealth 8 and Commonwealth 9. Do you recognize these photos?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you recognize them?
They're still images from my body cam.
Okay. Judge, I'm going to ask to admit Commonwealth 7, 8, and 9. They're still photos from the officer's body cam.
Okay, just a minute.
And 8 and 9 should be under seal.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so any objection, 7, 8, 9? So 7's admitted, 8 and 9 are admitted under seal.
Yes.
Okay.
And if we could publish 7 to the jury? And this view, is this a view of the door as you saw it coming around, coming into the house at first?
Yes, ma'am.
And this view here, is this the view that you had, the first view that you had of the defendant when you came into the room?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell what was on his hands here?
It appeared to be blood.
And this view here, what is this view?
It's a view of Officer Seffiani stepping on the knife.
Thank you. Judge, I don't have any further questions at this point for the officer. Mr. Carroll may have some questions for you.
Cross-examination?
Officer Beckner, do you have any idea what number entering the house you were of the Fairfax County Police Department?
I believe I was the 4th person in the house, sir.
Okay. Do you know who the first person in the house was?
I believe it was Officer Baumler.
Baumler?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And was Gibbons anywhere near you there?
I couldn't honestly remember where he was until I saw him inside the actual bedroom, sir.
Okay. And the body worn camera that we were just looking at, that was a 6-minute. Was that a clip of your entire body worn camera?
It's a portion of it, yes, sir.
Okay, so because I think if I recall, your body worn camera went for nearly an hour.
It went all the way through till we were instructed by detectives at the hospital that we were able to turn them off, and essentially they took over from there.
So, so some of those things that you answered questions to, like searching my client or taking items from him, that would all be caught on the body worn camera if it were allowed to continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at any point in this process, was my client not willing to accommodate you with whatever you asked him to do?
He did everything I asked him, sir. If that's,
Okay.
If I'm understanding you correctly.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I wanted to make sure. And so, if you were advised to get swabs from his hands, you didn't expect there would be any problems with that, would you?
At that point in time, no, sir.
Okay. So just if I recall correctly, in your body worn camera, the later portion, you're there when he's told by the chaplain at Reston Hospital that his wife had died, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when you're talking about crying and blowing his nose, it was after that.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so up until that time, he was in the original condition as you walked him out. Is that
Correct.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's fair to say he, based on your review of your body cam, he was very upset.
Yes, sir. He seemed pretty emotional at the time.
Okay. And after that, he went over or he was blowing his nose and he got blood on his face and things like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's when you acquiesced, I guess, to allowing him to do that?
Yes, sir. I was trying to be empathetic at
Yes.
the time.
No, I understand. Was there anybody who told you not to do that?
No, sir.
Was there anybody who had gave you any advice as you were the person who was supposed to be watching him from that point forward that would suggest that you would know that washing his hands was a problem?
Not at the time, no, sir.
Okay. Did you get any sort of instructions other than just have him in a separate ambulance than his wife?
I didn't even have that instruction, to be honest with you, sir. I mean, his wife was taken as quickly as she could to the hospital to receive treatment, so.
Understand. And what we just talked about would show on your further body cam.
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you've previously reported that you observed him have a panic attack within the room.
Yes, sir, whenever his wife had left.
So if you could, just to give the ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the judge an idea, when you say panic attack, how did that show? How would that show to someone? Can you describe what you saw?
He seemed unable to walk and went kind of down to the ground to, I guess, steady himself.
Okay. And was that one of the reasons why he was taken in an ambulance to get checked out?
Again, we weren't fully aware if he had any injuries or anything like that. I believe in my body cam it shows that I asked him if he's okay, does he need anything? He said he was having some trouble with his right leg.
Okay. But that's not in what we have there.
But not in the clip.
Not in that clip. Okay, so if we watched the entire thing, we'd see that interaction.
Correct. It was
Okay.
As we were walking outside.
Wonderful. And were you present when the doctor addressed the spasms that were in his leg?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what did the doctor tell him?
I don't honestly remember, sir.
Okay. Now, Officer Sefian, as I understand it, Officer Sefian was the one who kicked the knife, correct?
He stepped on the knife.
Or it moved. After he stepped on it, it moved. I don't mean to suggest something more than that.
Yes, sir. He stepped on it with his heel.
And was that the original place where the knife was when you walked in?
I believe it to be, sir. Again, I didn't see it until I was taking the other gentleman's pulse.
Okay. That's right. And so you would have gone past it and you'd be looking back at it. Is that right?
That was the view that we saw.
And were you the first person to have walked in that direction toward where Mr. Ryan was?
I believe so, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. You don't know what had happened before that?
No, sir.
And then when you, there's a point in the body cam video where there's someone in front of you. Do you know which officer that is?
Which time, sir?
It would have been the person who said something like, "Oh my God, that's his wife."
That was Officer Baumler.
Officer Baumler, okay. Just bear with me, sorry. Oh, and I'm sorry, Officer Sefian, did you observe Officer Sefian, or I know your body camera did you see it as well, moving Mr. Ryan's body parts around?
Correct.
Okay. What was it you observed?
He moved his hands so we could check for his injuries.
Okay. I don't have any further questions,
All
Judge.
right, redirect.
Judge, court's indulgence for
Yes,
one.
yes, ma'am.
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, is this witness subject to recall?
Not from us, Judge.
Yes, that's fine. Oh, sorry. So, okay, you gotta put your, okay, so, sir, you're subject to recall, so you're free to go today, but you might be called again in this case, so you cannot talk to anybody about this case and you do not do any research and avoid any news about this case, okay? You still have the rule of witnesses in place, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Judge, Lieutenant Gibbons.
Lieutenant Gibbons?
Swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this case under penalty of law.
I do.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you please introduce yourself by telling us your name and spelling your first and last name for the court record?
Yes, Michael Gibbons, Michael Gibbons.
And how are you currently employed?
I am a lieutenant with the Fairfax County Police Department.
And how long have you been with the police department?
I've been a police officer for 9 years.
And how were you employed on February 24th, 2023?
I was the Days A Sergeant of the Reston Squad for the
And-
Fairfax County Police Department.
Were you on duty that day?
I was.
Were you in uniform and displaying your badge of authority that morning?
I was.
And is your department issued uniform equipped with body-worn camera?
It was.
And can you tell us how your body-worn camera works?
Our body-worn cameras are activated either manually or automatically upon activation of emergency lights and sirens, firearm being removed from the holster, or a taser also being removed from the holster or activated.
And at the end of the day, what happens with your body-worn camera?
They're put into a dock so they can be uploaded.
And Lieutenant Gibbons, drawing your attention to the morning of that date, February 24th, 2023, did you respond to a call for service that day?
I did.
And where did you respond?
I responded to 13230 Stablebrook Way, which is in Herndon, part of Fairfax County.
And can you describe the neighborhood as you saw it on that day?
Residential neighborhood in Fairfax County. That house is located at the end of a street with a shared driveway.
And when you responded to that address, what if any vehicles were in the driveway of the home that you responded to?
There were 2 vehicles in the driveway. There was a Jeep SUV and a Volkswagen SUV.
And did you note anything else about the home that you responded to?
Typical Fairfax County neighborhood, houses are relatively close together.
And upon arriving at that location, what'd you do?
I grabbed a blowout kit or a medical bag from my police cruiser. grabbed that, ran up to the residence, where I was instructed that the medical supplies were needed up in the master bedroom of the residence.
And did you respond to the bedroom?
I did.
And what did you see when you went into the bedroom?
First glance, I saw a female that was nude. She was covered in blood, laying on her left side, with a gentleman standing over her with bloody hands. There was an officer rendering aid to her, and then multiple officers surrounding the bed, gathering medical supplies.
And do you recognize anyone from that scene here today?
I did.
Who?
The defendant.
And can you point him out and describe something that he's wearing in his hair color?
What appears to be a black suit, brown hair.
Judge, I'd ask the court to recognize that Lieutenant Gibbons has identified the defendant.
All right, the record will so reflect.
And when you went into the bedroom, what did you do?
I immediately opened the medical bag. A chest seal was requested from the officers, so I opened that up, immediately applied pressure and the chest seal to the female.
And did fire department personnel ever arrive?
They did, and they relieved me from rendering aid.
And what did you do after the fire department arrived and relieved you?
Because it was a crowded space with a lot of people, I went into the bathroom, which was where the defendant was.
And what did you do in the bathroom?
I stood there, kept him separated, and spoke to him briefly for a few minutes.
So you had some conversation with him?
I did.
And what did you ask him?
I asked him first if he was injured, to which he replied no. And then I asked him how long they had been down.
And what was his response when you asked how long they had been down?
He said, I followed up that question with, since you called, to which he replied, she called. She had to find her phone. My hands were covered.
And did he ever ask about his wife or Joe Ryan?
He first asked, does he have a pulse? To which I believe I replied, I'm not sure, or I don't know. He did follow up with, is she breathing? Or is she going to be okay? Was what he said.
And did he say anything about his daughter?
Later in the conversation, it was mentioned that there was a child in the residence. He did ask about her, and I advised him that the au pair had gotten her out of the house.
And how long do you think that your conversation lasted with him in the bathroom?
Not more than a few minutes.
And what happened after the two of you spoke in the bathroom?
After we spoke, the fire department was carrying the female out of the residence. So I had two officers ready to escort the defendant out, to which he started to become upset. And we waited a minute so he could collect himself, and then they escorted him outside of the residence.
Okay. At this point in time, I am going to ask for Commonwealth 10 to be displayed to the witness and to counsel only. So if you look at your screen, can you tell me if you recognize what Commonwealth's Exhibit 10 is?
My body camera footage from that event.
And have you had a chance to review this before today?
I have.
And is the video that we see, that we're going to see, is it a fair and accurate depiction of what you initially saw and did that morning as you responded to this call for service?
It is.
Judge, I'm going to ask the court to admit Commonwealth 10. I'm going to ask that it be played to the jury and counsel only, and I'm going to ask for it to be sealed.
All right, any objection?
No objection.
All right, 10 is an evidence under seal.
Shooter is yet? They're working on that? No, not the shooter itself, but I think it's upstairs.
Where do we block it? Top and bottom. She's grabbing the 4-year-old.
Okay, perfect. Where you at, left or right? I need chest seal on her, and how we're kind of fighting right now.
Just stay down, stay down. There's another one behind me. Hey, open this up for the number. Yeah, I got it right there. Go. What do we need, chest seal? Check my pulse for the guy behind me.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's breathing, so chest seal.
We got one guy up here, gunshot wound, one female, muffle stab wound.
Holy shit. Someone do this for me? I got one hand kind of tied up now. Up this way.
Just go in the tub. Go sit in the tub.
He's in the bathroom. Up here.
Where do you need chest seal?
He's on the neck. Multiple stab wounds on the neck. Ready? As soon as I let go. Ready? Ready?
Go for it.
This one. Listen. Chest lock.
Get another one. There's another half.
Ready?
Go for it. Yep. Hold it down. Let's work on her, okay? It's just fucking high pressure. Just sit in the tub. Just sit in the tub.
Yeah, whatever you have.
Just whatever you. Hey, get another ALT. Get more blowout kits. Is there anything else that we know of other than this?
This one and the guy behind me.
On this female.
I don't know. I do not know.
No,
We're gonna have defense wounds to the hand, but
Everybody's account for, there needs a canine or a heel at this point. Canine 10.
Yeah, direct.
Just leave it where it is.
Tank.
Yep.
Since we got this kind of weight from Max, can you talk with him? Shoot him.
Stand by 1 second.
Medics expedited.
Do we have a pulse on anybody?
I could feel him breathing.
Do you have a pulse on him?
No.
No pulse.
Okay, so we have one.
CPR on. Go ahead.
Multiple stab
You
wounds.
CPR on.
Yeah, if you don't have anything, start going. Start doing.
All right, who's the most viable, you guys know?
This one apparently has a pulse.
All right,
Multiple stab wounds to the neck.
thanks. Where is he? To the right, we have a pulse, multiple stab wounds. To the left, you do CPR.
I felt the pulse when I was holding him.
All right.
We have multiple chest seals on the neck. We don't know if we have them right here.
We don't know any of
Multiple
them.
stab wounds to the neck.
On the neck?
Chest seals.
Yes.
Don't know if we actually have them.
Don't know if it's one on the other side. We
Okay.
don't know.
Okay, she's still breathing?
We can feel blood moving. We can see her. We can see her cheek.
He's not doing CPR on him.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're gonna get her.
Okay. Get down. You do this.
Yeah, it's. She's breathing over here. She's bleeding.
You're good.
That's why we're moving her. Have him, take him downstairs. You can't feel both?
Are you hurt? Do you have any injuries?
Sorry,
I don't think so.
You don't know. Okay, just stay where you are. Stay where you are. Nothing?
So what's the story?
Do you live here?
This is my house. This is my wife. I don't know him.
You don't know him. This is your wife.
The other woman is our au pair, Nanny.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
How long have they been down? It's right there.
How long? Right when you called us?
She called. She had to find her phone. My hands
Okay.
were covered.
All right. You're gonna stay right here with me until we get this sorted out a little bit, okay? You don't have any injuries that you know of? Okay. Okay. All right.
He doesn't know.
That's your wife. This is my wife.
So he's. Yeah.
You don't know that guy at all?
I don't know. He's a shooter.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out where's the gun currently. Leave them right where they are. If that's where we found them.
We moved them away.
All right, that's fine.
They're on the.
Just. Where do you want? Okay. You know, sir, just have a seat. We're gonna close these doors. This way they can work. If you guys are good right there.
Hey, Sarge,
What's up?
you want us to escort him outside?
No, right now they're working, so we're just gonna let them work.
Does she have a pulse?
I'm not sure. Not working. Okay. Okay. All right. So once they,
Is she gonna be okay?
we're gonna let them work for a minute. We're gonna let them do what they need to do. We'll just get you downstairs. Hey, Stefiani, or Hugh, very closely. We're gonna escort him down. Just don't touch anything. Just, let's let them. Sorry. Let them go first. I thought they were gonna.
Is there kids down there? The kids are out of the way.
My daughter's here. I don't know.
I think the au pair got her out.
Come on, we'll go with it, that's fine. Zach, stay here. You're with me.
Hold on. What are we doing here?
He's gonna stay, we're gonna make sure no one else is hurt in the house.
Okay, all right. We're gonna get husband downstairs. You need a second? Have a seat. 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 Just write down. Write down. Write down. Just have a seat. 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 He's starting to lose it a little bit. Hey, boss. Can we get one of you guys to?
Yeah, I got more units here. We'll check him out.
He's starting to break down a little bit.
If we could terminate the view. And then At some point after the view that we just saw, did the defendant leave the bedroom?
He did.
And who was left in the room with you when he left?
First, it was 2 personnel from the fire department, and then a third joined us.
And when you were in the bedroom after the defendant had left, were there any firearms, unsecured firearms in the room?
There were 2 unsecured firearms located on the bed.
And did you make any observations about the state of the bedroom when you were speaking with the firefighters?
Yes, I noticed and stated that the blood appeared to have been there a while. It appeared that it had been soaked into the carpet, started to dry in certain areas, and then there was a specific location near the female that appeared to be clotting or clumping together.
I don't have any more questions for you. Mr. Carroll is going to have some questions for you.
All right, cross-examination.
Officer Beckner, do you know, or Lieutenant Beckner, sorry.
Lieutenant Gibbons, sir.
Do you know what order you were there from FCPD?
For the record, Lieutenant Gibbons, and I do not know.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Gibbons. I apologize.
Okay.
Um,
First handful, 5 or 6 maybe.
Okay. Do you know who the first person was?
Top of my head, I do not.
Okay. And so you essentially at the moment you got in, you took over kind of custody or observation of my client, correct?
So I took command of the scene inside.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I took command of the inside of the residence. That was my role.
Okay. And were you asked to do that?
No, that was my job as the squad sergeant.
Okay, so did you provide a chest seal or anything like that?
I did.
Okay, and then that's when you went into the bathroom and told him to sit on the bathtub and all those sorts of things?
Correct.
Okay, and that was, were you observing that he wasn't able to stand at that point? Or were you just saying, this is where I want you to be while this is going on?
So in a patrol capacity, my firearm is located on my thigh. And the stance I was in while rendering aid, my right thigh was directly facing him into the doorway of the bathroom. So to prevent any access to a firearm, as he was identified as the shooter of the event, but also it was a very crowded space. So I determined the tub was a safe location for him to be, either sitting in it, on it, outside of where we needed to work.
Okay, so he hadn't at that point experienced the issues regarding his legs that you saw later in your video?
Not that I had noticed.
Okay, you didn't notice that. Now, the dispatch told you that he was the shooter?
I don't recall.
Okay.
If it was dispatcher, I know officers on scene made comments or statements that he was the shooter.
Okay. Did any of those officers or people on the scene tell you that he was also a law enforcement officer?
I don't think so.
Did you notice that he had magazines on his belt or?
No.
Handcuffs?
No.
Okay. You escorted him out, correct?
I did not.
Okay. Who do you remember escorting him out?
It was Officer Hugh was one of them.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if it was now Sergeant Bell. He may have been the second officer.
Okay. Could it have been Officer Beckner?
Could have.
Okay. And were you aware that Officer Beckner in the ambulance took 2 magazine cases? I may not know the term, and handcuffs and a Garmin watch. Did you know that was taken from him?
I was aware that 2 magazines and a watch were removed. I was unaware of any handcuffs.
Okay, so when was it you were became aware of that?
Once he was in an ambulance.
Okay, so you didn't realize he was a law enforcement officer until well after the heat of the moment.
I don't think at that point I even knew he was a law enforcement officer.
Okay. And so is it fair to say dispatch didn't communicate any of that information, or would you have missed it if it was communicated?
There's always information that potentially gets missed, especially on a high priority call, where you're trying to get to a residence or a scene as fast as you can to render aid and try to save a life. So if they did, and it was voiced or written in a CAD, I did not notice.
Okay. And have you reviewed your CAD or any of those records from that day?
I've reviewed my body camera footage. I did not review the CAD comment, the CAD event.
Now, is the body cam footage that we just saw, is that a portion of it or is that all of it?
That's a portion.
Okay. And how many more minutes are there that we didn't see?
Without looking at the timestamp, a couple minutes.
Okay. When do you recall, so I think Ms. Bristler may have asked you about how the body camera works and how it gets started. How does it get shut off?
Excuse me. Usually manually, unless it runs out of battery.
Okay. Did you run out of battery?
No.
Okay. So manually you shut it off at some point.
Correct.
How long after the last scene we saw in that audio or video clip was it?
A few minutes.
Okay. No. And would it have been, do you know where it would have been?
After the defendant was in an ambulance,
Okay.
and I was told that there were 2 magazines and a watch removed from this person.
Okay. And then you shut it off?
Correct.
Okay, I gotcha. Now, your observations that you made regarding the room, do you have training in those observations?
As a law enforcement officer, we're trained to make observations, take note of things that will
Okay.
help investigators. I have taken numerous classes through our academy, one of which, I don't know the specific name of it, is involving blood specifically.
Okay, and so you knew what clotting looked like?
I knew what dry blood looked like, and I knew the blood as it was clumping. I don't know the technical term.
Okay.
I'm not an expert for that.
Gotcha.
But my observations at the time,
Okay.
that's what it appeared to be.
Okay. Your Honor, court's indulgence. Now, you had testified that he had asked about his daughter, which we hear on the body cam, and then you testified that he became upset and broke down. Was that simultaneous to that?
I was within probably a minute or so
Okay.
without looking at the camera.
Do you remember?
I remember it all being very close to each other or close together. The scene as a whole, although it's multiple minutes, in your head.
And did you say anything to allay his concerns about his daughter, like she was with the nanny or with another officer or anything like that?
Yes, I did. I told him that I believe the au pair had gotten her out of the house.
Okay, and you'd heard that from others?
Yes.
Did that seem to work with regard to him being upset?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Did that seem to work? That the fact that you said that he had broken down?
No, it didn't change his demeanor. It didn't make him happier. If that's what you're looking for.
Well, I'm just curious what you saw.
He was upset. He was visually upset.
Excuse me.
Redirect?
Court's indulgence for 1 moment. Judge, I don't have any further questions. He is not subject to recall for us.
No need for recall.
Okay, sir, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day, Lieutenant. You as well. All right, your next witness?
Judge, the next witness I have is Dr. Kessler, Your Honor. This is going to be a longer.
Why don't you approach? Let me
Some reason they are approaching the bench. Something's happened. This is, I think they're talking about a doctor now. So it looks like they are getting into probably the autopsy stage, the forensics. It looks like it's heading there next. Now, forensic is another very boring part of a jury trial, but it's actually where all the vast of best information really comes from. Now they might get to the entry wounds, exit wounds. There we go.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, in planning the nature of the course of the evidence in the afternoon, we're going to go ahead and take an early lunch recess at this point from 12:30 to 1:30. That way we'll have more continuity with the evidence as it comes in today, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Go back with the deputy. She'll give you all your lunch options. Please do not discuss the case and don't do any outside research, okay? Thank you. We'll see you back at 1:30.
Okay, so basically, they're about to have a whole lot of testimony come in. Expert witnesses, probably blood splatter. They're going to be breaking down the wounds found. Was these manners consistent with intent? So I see why the judge took an early recess in that case, because it's about to be a whole lot of medical forensic testimony. And what's really about to be very important about forensics is the wounds found on the decedents. They're going to be seeing whether are these wounds consistent with, you know, like someone being in self-defense, like this, who stabbed who, because the allegations are the husband and the mistress stabbed his wife. Now they're saying, the defense is saying that the other male decedent was stabbing his wife, was an intruder. So now they're going to analyze the knife, pull DNA off it. I wouldn't be surprised if the knife was found laying by the decedent, the male decedent. Evidence in that is going to be critical. It's about to be a long, drawn out, boring, but it's actually going to be one of the most important parts of the trial. Now, I'm about to end this live now, and I'm going to restart it because I'm going to finish that last leg of the videos from yesterday. And yeah, take it from there. So while we was watching the video, I was actually doing work research. Not research, I was actually typing when I was on the screen, because the iMac allows me to, I can exit out StreamYard while it's still on and then still get the typing. So I'm going to finish working while I get back to covering this case. But first, I am going to I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to restart the stream from yesterday to finish part 2. So without further ado, y'all give me a few moments and I'll pop back up.